10 News at 4, ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
All eyes on George Floyd's killer today as he was sentenced for a murder that sparked a nationwide movement. What Derek Chauvin said in court and why some don't believe justice was served.
Plus, we explain why Tijuana is turning into a destination hotspot for vaccine seekers.
And search and rescue efforts continue a day after this devastating building collapse. The obstacles that are complicating the work happening on the ground.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
This verdict and this sentencing is the longest sentence we've seen, but it is not justice because George Floyd is in a grave tonight.
Derek Chauvin, that former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd, is going to prison for 22 and a half years. But as you just heard, not everyone believes justice was served. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. Before the ex-cop learned his fate, Floyd's family spoke in court, with the most compelling statement coming from his 7-year-old daughter, Gianna, via a cell phone video.
If you could say anything to your dad now, what would it be?
It would be, I miss you and I love you.
We do have team coverage on today's story. We begin with ABC's Faith Abube, who is live in Minneapolis. Faith.
Yeah, good evening to you, Lindsay. This was a significant sentence for former police officer Derek Chauvin, the judge bypassing the recommended state sentencing guideline of 10 to 15 years for someone without a criminal record, instead explaining that he did not make his decision based on sympathy or emotion. But of course, there was a lot of emotion in that courtroom today.
I do want to give my condolences to the Floyd family.
The day George Floyd's family has been waiting for.
As sentenced for count 1, the court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months.
A moment of accountability. Exactly 13 months to the day a jury says former police officer Derek Chauvin murdered Floyd on the streets of Minneapolis. But a rare moment in court. Chauvin, now only one of 10 police officers in the country, sentenced to prison for murder on the job in the last 16 years. Before the sentencing, the judge determined there were aggravating factors in Floyd's murder, like acting with particular cruelty, Chauvin abusing his position of trust and authority, and the fact that Chauvin's deadly restraint on Floyd happened in front of children back in May of last year.
Your Honor found that Mr. Floyd was treated by Mr. Chauvin with particular cruelty. I think tortured is the right word.
Floyd's loved ones emotional, seizing the moment, detailing a year of immeasurable grief.
When you think about George being murdered in cold blood with a knee on his neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, execution style in broad daylight, 22 and a half years is not enough.
And this is far from over for Derek Chauvin. We are expecting that he will appeal his sentence, but he's also facing federal civil rights charges along with the 3 other police officers here in Minneapolis charged in connection with George Floyd's death. Their trial will begin early next year. In Minneapolis, Faith Abube, ABC 10 News. Back to you, Lindsay.
Now, Faith, before you go, what is President Biden saying about today's sentencing?
So President Biden learned about the sentencing while he was in a meeting with the Afghan president. He says that he doesn't know what exactly or the circumstances that went into considering the sentence. However, based on the guidelines, he believes that the sentence is appropriate. Lindsay.
All right. Faith Abube for us. Thank you tonight.
And reaction is continuing to pour in following the sentencing of Derek Chauvin. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us from Escondido, where some community activists say this is not enough as well. Mimi.
Yeah, while some say this is a good start, they want to see more systemic changes happen next.
We stood and we called for justice. We said that Derek Chauvin ought to be convicted. We said that he ought to be prosecuted. We have finished a phase of that fight, but that fight is not over. The Floyd family, as you know, wanted 30 years for Derek Chauvin.
Shane Harris with the People's Association of Justice Advocates says this is a start, seeing an officer held accountable for killing an unarmed black man. But he and other community activists are calling for more. He says the past year has given communities an opportunity to address racial injustices and reimagine policing. Last year, people around the world turned out to protest after George Floyd's death, including right here in San Diego County. Tasha Williamson, a local activist and mother, tells us the fight must continue. She wants to see more changes on a local level in San Diego County and says she believes it can happen rapidly if leaders choose to address the issues.
They have the power to change systems. You know why we know? Because they ended the carotid restraint.
And we also heard from San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria, who sent a statement saying in part the sentencing is only the beginning to the country's path toward achieving racial justice. We're live in Escondido. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Mimi, thank you. And our coverage of this story will continue at 5:30. Coming up, we're going to be joined by a legal expert to break down today's sentencing and how this case could be a turning point for the nation. And viewers with our free mobile app, they first learned about today's sentencing from our breaking news alerts. To get real-time news on your smartphone or your tablet, go to the App Store and search 10 News.
Now to the coronavirus and a question doctors say they get all the time. If you've had COVID, do you still need to get vaccinated? Several new studies are offering the clearest answer yet. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in-depth with a San Diego scientist who's considered a national expert on the topic.
Inside these freezers, scientists at the La Jolla Institute for Immunology keep samples from people who have been infected with COVID before. And their research on so-called natural immunity has made one thing very clear.
People who have already had COVID-19 should still get vaccinated. And really the number one reason to do that is because of uncertainty about how well natural immunity protects against variants.
Dr. Shane Crotty says just look at the situation in Brazil. A lot of people who had been infected early in the pandemic got reinfected when the P1 or Gamma variant emerged. Natural protection there dropped from about 90% to about 60%.
That's a big drop.
Early research on the Delta variant, first found in India, suggests it's just as elusive to natural immunity, if not more. But the Pfizer vaccine still works great against it, 88% effective.
We know natural immunity is not as protective as vaccine immunity for at least some of these variants.
That's actually a surprise. With most viruses, natural immunity tends to be stronger than vaccination. But a study out this month helps explain why it's the other way around with COVID. A team in Seattle found the vaccines produce more targeted antibodies to the sliver of the virus that actually grabs onto cells. That means if a mutated virus shows up, vaccinated people have more backup defenses than people with natural immunity.
If there weren't any variants, people with natural immunity would be okay for years. Since there are variants, people with natural immunity do need to go ahead and get at least one immunization.
Two new studies released Friday show just how powerful it is when someone with a previous infection gets vaccinated, so-called hybrid immunity. They found hybrid immunity generated 100 times more antibodies to the beta variant than infection alone, and 25 times more antibodies than vaccination alone.
And those people are probably protected for as long as we can see into the future, because those people make basically superhuman immune responses.
Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Some research has suggested that people with a previous COVID infection only need one vaccine dose to mount strong protection. But the CDC continues to recommend 2 doses of the mRNA vaccines for everyone. And here are the latest numbers on coronavirus in San Diego County. 104 new cases were reported today, bringing our total to more than 282,000. And there was 1 new death, bringing that total to 3,779. California is extending its hold on evictions and increasing funds for rent relief. Those protections were set to expire Wednesday, but the new agreement announced today will extend the program through the end of September. The state will also pay off all back rent for eligible tenants. To be eligible, tenants must pay at least 25% of what they owe by September 30th, sign a declaration that they had economic hardship because of the pandemic, and must earn 80% or less of the area median income.
Gas prices across Southern California are at the highest level in years, and the cost is about to go up again. The state's scheduled gas tax goes into effect next week, but a group of lawmakers wants it suspended. So let's go in depth to look at those prices. Right now, the average price of a gallon of gas in San Diego County is $4.25. That matches the cost statewide. We haven't seen the price this high since 2014, but the price is about to rise because of a law signed in 2017 that imposes a yearly tax hike to account for inflation and help pay for road repairs. State Senator Brian Jones, who represents parts of our North County, is among a group of lawmakers who wrote a letter to the governor asking him to suspend it this year and use the state's surplus to pay for it.
Eliminate the excise tax for a year, use some of that $76 billion surplus to backfill what that excise tax is supposed to go for, and give Californians a break.
Well, the group says the hike will cost the average family $800 per year and impact drivers in rural areas.
From Borrego Springs to get anywhere, you have to drive. And this $5 a gallon price of gas impacts the poorest communities the most.
Supporters argue the tax is necessary to build up infrastructure and support transportation projects, but will the increase in prices impact travel? AAA's Doug Shoup doesn't think so.
We anticipate that this summer is going to be huge for road trips because of that pent-up demand. So even with the gas prices moving higher, and certainly significantly higher than a year ago, we still anticipate a lot of folks are going to be hitting the roads for this 4th of July and for many other weekends this summer.
All right, maybe it's time to get out of state because a gallon of gas here costs $4.25 in the county. The average price in the U.S. is $3.08.
Search and rescue efforts continue after a day after a building near Miami partially collapsed. 159 people are now unaccounted for, and at least 4 people are dead. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest on this developing story.
A race against the clock on day 2 of search and rescue efforts at this beachfront condo building. The death toll and number of missing people still climbing. Families desperate for word on their loved ones. Ubi Curtis says her nephew, his wife, and their 3 small children are nowhere to be found.
Everything comes to your mind except positive things. You just believe in God and let God guide you.
Emergency crews using heavy-duty equipment, even buckets and their own 2 hands to dig into the stacks of rubble on the hunt for any sign of life.
Our hearts are with our first responders who have been going in, desperately seeking people, motivated to find them, hopeful that they will find them, and confident that their efforts will pay off.
Teams pulling several bodies from the wreckage, at least 4 now pronounced dead. Overnight, the search mission temporarily paused with bad weather and falling debris.
Attention all units on scene. Under command, seek shelter.
The Aguero family, vacationing next door, saw the structure come crashing down.
The apartment to our left was half sheared off. Looked forward, which is where the elevator shaft is, and it was just a hole.
So many now wondering what went wrong.
We need a definitive explanation for how this could have happened. And that's an explanation that needs to be an accurate explanation, but at the same time, I do think it's important that it's timely.
Investigators looking at all possible causes, including any construction at the building or nearby, potential structural issues or damage, foundational problems, and weather.
Weather is just one of many, many factors that have to be considered.
More severe weather is in the forecast today, so crews will continue facing some pretty difficult conditions. President Biden sending in help from FEMA with this area under a state of emergency. Rena Roy, ABC News, Surfside, Florida.
Vice President Kamala Harris visited the U.S.-Mexico border today. It is her first trip to the border since taking office. Now, during her trip to El Paso, she visited a migrant processing center and a Customs and Border Protection facility. She also spoke with 5 young girls, all there without their parents. She said the administration is committed to an orderly and humane immigration system.
We can take all of these perspectives into account and have meaningful, good public policy if we just stop the rhetoric and the finger pointing and do what we need to do.
Earlier this month, Harris visited Guatemala and Mexico in an effort to stem the flow of migration.